We were heading on home, Diesel and me, down an old gravel road way out in the country. Tuckered out after work in the fields all day. When all of a sudden, off like a shot, that dog took off running, barking his head off. Wherever he went like there was hell to pay. So lickety-split, I crashed through the fields, chasing after that hound, and I was hot on his heels when we both went over the edge of a deep ravine. As I crawled up the bank, cold and soaked to the bone, a glint caught my eye from the mud where it shone. Something was buried there alongside the stream. Now the middle of a field is a pretty odd place to find some kind of trunk or a chest or a crate. But buried under the earth, I saw a corner exposed. No, there wasn't a map or a note or a key. It was clearly forgotten, just waiting for me, like I was supposed to find it there, right under my nose. It had laid there for years, deep in the dirt, so I dug it out and wiped my hands on my shirt. I pried up the lid and excitedly peered inside. And what I saw was a sight to behold, 'cause that tattered old trunk was crammed full of gold. My eyes bugged out, it was enough to make a grown man cry. Big golden bricks with a shimmery sheen, they were a staggering sight to a poor boy like me. And right then and there I knew what I had to do. So with a smile I sold what little I had. I gave my pots and my pans to my mom and my dad, and then I bought that field, 'cause it was my dream come true. Full of joy, I said goodbye to my shack. It wasn't much of a home, so I never looked back. And I never questioned the choice I happily made. I said, I need that field, whatever it takes. You might call it foolish, but I'd call it faith. Trusting in God so gladly, you can't hardly wait. And that's how I learned how a rich fella counts his treasure in heaven, not under the ground. 'Cause betting the farm is well worth the risk to carefully keep such a beautiful gift that's yours forever. It's a pretty good deal. There's a couple of things more precious than gold. One is your heart and the other's your soul. And you got something unique that nobody can steal. It's a fable, you see, and the moral is this: your heart's with your treasure wherever it is. And trust me when you dig, a treasure will be revealed. And you never know what could be buried in the middle of a field.